Will Donald Trump's policies lead to a significant redefinition of Canada's economy in foreseen ways? This potential shift could transform our nation, impacting everything from trade tariffs to the future stability. The value of the Canadian dollar, commonly referred to as the loonie. As we examine these policy implications, it becomes essential to analyze the immediate and long term effects on our economic landscape. Let's take a closer look at what this could mean for Canada. The economic ripple effects of Donald Trump's proposed policies generate considerable debate and discussions across various sectors. One noteworthy aspect of his plan is his commitment to introducing tariffs of at least 10% on imports. This move could significantly affect Canadian exports to the United States. This tariff could lead to heightened costs for Canadian goods, making them less competitive in the US market, while specific industries such as energy and automotive sectors might be exempt from these tariffs due to their complex linked supply chains. And broader Canadian economy could still experience considerable strain. As these tariffs take effect, many businesses may grapple with the increased expenses and shifting of consumer behavior, which could ultimately lead to a slowdown in the trade and economic growth. The uncertainties surrounding these policy changes highlight the complex interdependencies between the two countries and potential challenges for exporters and consumers alike. The Canadian Chamber of Commerce warns that these protectionist policies could harm both countries. A trade retaliation cycle where Canada imposes its tariffs could cost the average citizens an estimate of $1,100 annually in lost income. That's money out of your pocket. Now imagine the loonie dropping below 70 cents US dollar. What does that mean for you? The significant number of economic experts forecast that Donald Trump's policies will negatively impact the value of the Canadian dollar. The anticipated strength of the US dollar, combined with the Federal Reserve gradual cut rates, could drive the value of the Canadian dollar, often referred to as the loonie, down to as low as 66 cents compared to the US dollar. This forecast underscores the interplay between US and financial policies. There are cascading effects on neighboring economies, particularly Canada. This might mean pricier imports, but it could also spell good news for our exports and tourism sector. Who wouldn't want to see more visitors flocking to Canada for our incredible scenery and culture? Let's take a closer look at how this could play out in the specific industries. Energy, the pro oil policies championed by Trump can potentially bolster the oil industry in Western Canada significantly. This region has long been recognized for its vast natural resources. These policies could enhance production capabilities and economic growth and rekindle aspirations for previously debated infrastructure projects, such as the Keystone XL pipeline. This strong discuss initiative, which aims to transport oil from Canada to refineries in the United States, stands to renewed focus and potentially favored conditions under the political climate. Revising these projects could lead to job creation, increased investment, and more substantial export market for Canadian oil, fundamentally transforming the energy landscape in this part of the world. Mining and resources increase U.S. energy production might ramp up demand for Canadian mining exports. The banking U.S. deregulation could benefit Canadian banks operating stateside. Trump's economic shifts could also influence Canadian monetary policies. If the US experiences higher inflation and slower rate cuts, the Bank of Canada may be pressured to adjust its interest rates strategically. The weaker Canadian dollar might lead to inflation at home, making the Bank of Canada tread carefully when cutting rates. These are complex dynamics that could reshape our economy. While the policies proposed by Trump may generate a sense of uncertainty in some various economic sectors, they are at the same time open the doors to unique opportunities that could be beneficial. For instance, the energy and resource industries stand to gain significantly. Shifts in the regulatory framework and trade relations may create a favorable environment for the growth and investment. Additionally, a weak Canadian dollar, often referred to as the loonie, can make Canada a more attractive destination for international tourists, thereby invigorating the tourist sector. These developments suggest amidst the unpredictability, there are avenues for prosperity and advancement that businesses and stakeholders can strategically leverage. However, challenges like strained trade relations and weaker dollar require careful navigation. What do you think about this pressing issue? Do you believe that Donald Trump policies will ultimately be detrimental or beneficial for Canada in the long run? We want to invite you to share your insights and opinions on the comments section below. Your perspective is valued and essential. If you found information represented in this video illuminating, please give it a thumbs up as to help us reach and engage with a broader audience. We encourage you to subscribe to our channel and actively participate in the conversation for ongoing updates and discussions that delve into the complex relationship between the politics and economics. Your voice matters.